Hey. This is Dr. Kent, and this is Abbas Healing, and I am also an addict. Um, Step 1. We admit we're powerless over our addiction. Now the lives have become unmanageable. The first step begins with we, and there is a reason for that. There is a great strength in making a verbal admission of our powerlessness. And when we go to meetings and make the members part of our collective we, that allows us together to recover from our addiction. With membership in Narcotics Anonymous comes a wealth of experience, the experience of other addicts who have found a way to recover from their disease. No longer must we try to solve our puzzle of our addiction on our own. We honestly admit our powerlessness over our addiction. We can begin to search for a better way to live. We won't be searching alone. We're in good company. Just for today, I will start the day with an admission to my own self over addiction. I will remind myself that the first step starts with we, and that I never have to be alone with my disease again. Let's look at that for a second. We. If you look at the steps, step by step, each one begins with we. Step 1, 2, and 3 are the most key to our recovery. Step 1 is we admit that we are not alone anymore. Step 2 is that we admit that there's something that is stronger than our addiction. And step 3 is we give it over to that God that we understand. If you're in a room and they never talk about God or they never mention God, in my experience, one of two things is happening. One, that they don't work a program, or two, they're white knuckling it. That will get you by for a while. It may get you a year, maybe even 2. You got me 6. But see, I got cocky. I thought I had it together. I got 6 years clean. I can do this. I don't need help. Number 1 mistake. I start glorifying my using days. Then I started hanging out with my old play buddies. When I had money, they were around, they were near me. But when I needed something, guess what? They gave me the bird. Too bad, so sad. Well, I took that for a while, and then I decided, you won't be that way? My turn. So I went right back into my drug addiction. Full blown, worse than I was before. Yeah. But I'll tell you something. I always knew in the back of my head, this is not right. You see, because when we come to the programs, be it AA, NA, GA, or OA, whatever we go to, you have to understand the program is written we for a reason. Because an addict in their own mind is a horrible place to be. I can make myself believe my own lies. Come on now, you really know what I'm talking about. Seriously? You're actually going to sit there and tell me you don't? Don't lie to yourself. Don't fib to yourself. Don't believe your own lies. So, when I came back to Narcotics Anonymous, I made damn sure I got numbers. And yeah, the first time I called them, it was damn hard. But I was tired of the hell I was in. I was tired of attempting suicide and failing. I couldn't even do that right. You know? I had it all down pat, man. I really did. You know? I had it all set up. You know? I had my life right where I wanted it. Really? To make yourself believe anything in your addiction. Sadly, that wasn't true. But when I started calling and asking for help, you have to understand, I come from old school. You don't ask for help. You know, I was raised in old school. You know, me man, hear me roar. Stinking thinking. Now, everybody needs a hand once in a while. Don't be so selfish, bitter, resentful, and prideful that you don't ask for help. That's the biggest, most costliest mistake we can ever make. When we don't ask for help, we're in big caca, man. Because then the addiction starts talking. Oh, you got some time, man. It's okay. You can use again. Well, just one won't hurt you. It won't be one the first time. Maybe the first few times. But it always gets worse. I'm sure you've heard the old saying, it's darkest before the dawn. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. You know. You see, I learned in Narcotics Anonymous that when I bang my head against a brick wall, I'm not getting through that. Yes, I have a blockhead, but I'm not made of steel. I like to believe I am. We all do. We all believe we're Superman or some superhero, whatever your superhero, famous superhero is. Me, I'm partial to Batman. You know, I like Batman. You know. So, the other thing I want to talk about today is negativity. I'm sure we're all familiar with the yin and the yang. It's positive and negative. When you look at the yin and the yang, The white is in the black and the black is in the white. There's a reason for that. If you look at that yin and yang, the white has less black than the black has white. Well, if you're going through life and you have all kinds of negativity around you, people telling you you can't do it, you'll never amount to anything, you can listen to that silly rhetoric all you want. I call mine the committee of idiots. My committee of idiots can really get going at times. No. Today, I stand up and look at them in the face and say, I rebuke you by the power of God. Doesn't usually fight back because he is greater than I ever could be. Remember that when you have positivity in your life, praise, be happy. But when you're in the negative, celebrate, because on the other side, you're going to get stronger and mightier. On the other side. And you're going to learn, I never want to go down this road again. Life experiences can evaluate your life. Seriously. Really strongly. Because when we learn that that didn't work, unless you're still a child, which I was when I first came into NA, you're not going to do that again. As a child, when we walked over to the stove and Mom said, or Dad said, don't touch that. Did we touch it? Yep. And we burned ourselves, sometimes pretty badly. But we had to learn, that's no place for your hand on a hot burner. Much like life, there's no place for negativity in your life. If there is, cut it out. Get rid of the person, place, or thing that does that. This is why we say in the program, get rid of people, places, and things. That little black book that I had, people my age know what I'm talking about. A little black book with all my connections in it. I burned that. I never wanted to use that again. Because after committing suicide for the 8th time and doing it wrong, failing again and again and again and again, I learned. It's not working, Kent. You're not doing something right. So that one caught me off guard. I had to learn. Cut out the negativity in my life. Yes, we all need a bit of negativity in our life, but we don't need negative, egotistical, maniacal yalkabuckas and jackawalks and yellow belly sapsuckers and goofs. We don't need people like that in our life, And if you're just coming out of jail, I want to share something with you. Leave jail in jail. Leave jail in jail. Let me say that again. Jail mentality does not work in the real world. Don't do it. Don't do it. God bless you, and we will talk soon.